Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here, wrapping up the 3rd of July. And I was talking to my son today earlier, and we were talking about, all these warnings that are coming out about possible ISIS lone wolf attacks, and, kind of like what happened in, what the hell's the name of that place? Come on, Mike. Think. Tunisia, on the beach there, where the dude was roaming through the beach there. I don't know, I'm sure everybody knows about it, but basically this ISIS guy was walking along the beach with an umbrella, and tucked away in the umbrella was an AK-47. He pulls it out, blows away. At the end of the thing, there were like 30 British and Australian tourists that were shot and killed, and who knows how many injured. Condolences to anybody out there who's related to those folks. So whether or not all the chatter, as they say, is true, or if they're just trying to spook us, bottom line is, if you think like a terrorist, it would be a good time to attack, on the 4th of July, just because most of us conservatives aren't feeling very patriotic. They don't know that. And, so I started thinking, you guys, you and I, most of the folks that are typical are regulars on my channel, you guys have heard me say before different things to do, and like a terrorist attack and blah 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 with suicide bombers and whatnot. And if you guys haven't, if you're new to the channel, just scroll back through my videos and you'll be able to find them. And I was thinking, what could I add to it? One of the things I came up with was, there's like a reoccurring theme with these mass shootings, whether they're ISIS or the fucking Joker dude that shot up all those people in the movie theater during Batman or whatever. When you listen to the survivors and the witnesses talk, they always say the same thing. Oh man, this guy reloaded 10 times. This guy reloaded over and over very calmly. He was walking down the beach and reloading his AK. And I'm thinking to myself, man, there's a valuable opportunity for those that are willing and able. And, by no means, here's my legal disclaimer, this is not expert advice. This is just me talking, telling you what I think. I would not recommend you try any of this shit. And if you do it at your own risk. Oh, there's a deer. Oh, Charlie wants to see. It's right there. It's right there, Charlie. You didn't see it. Anyways, he's all gone now. Charlie. But, what was I saying? Yeah, so, Charlie, you're all wet. You smell like the river. You just got out of the water. So anyways, when people reload, you ask yourself, how long a person who has a lot of practice and experience reloading an AK-47 or a semi-automatic weapon, can do it pretty quickly. And a person who's not real skilled at combat shooting can reload rather quickly. That being said, there is a moment of opportunity and lag time, if you will, whenever anybody reloads, no matter how good or bad they are at it. So my thought is if you're in a position of cover and or concealment, and you have to work out right now in your mind how long does it take somebody to reload a weapon, and how much. Oh, there's a deer right there, Charlie. That's a big one. It's a buck. What the buck? I'm not going to turn my camera around. Look, there he goes, Charlie, right there. Look. He's right there. There he is in the bushes. Right here. There he is. Hi, dear. This way, Charlie. He's right here. See? There he goes. God, that'd be a good picture. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-point buck. And I'm making a video, so I can't film him. Look at that. That'd be a great picture. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. Look. Hang on. Okay. I'm going to need a paper clip, a battery, duct tape, 2 wires, and a jar of mayonnaise. Okay, LMS Tactical back with you. Sorry about that. I had to try and get a picture of that buck. And then, of course, right when I got the phone camera already, he took off behind some trees. But anyways, yeah, so you got your guy reloading. There's a window of opportunity to spring out from behind your position of concealment and or cover and to tackle this dude and to disarm him. Now, you need to figure out, based on your age, your physical abilities, your limitations, your intestinal fortitude, your desire to survive, all of that stuff, only you know that. And you need to understand where you're at on that, that scale of possibilities. And you need to, in your mind, figure how much distance can I cover in a given amount of time. So picture somebody reloading a magazine, and how long would it take you to come up behind him or come up in front of him if you were facing him? It'd certainly be better if he was facing away from you, but you get the point. So if you decide to do that, my message is that you have to do it with 300% of effort. Meaning you can't half-step it at all. It can't be kind of partially, committed. You got to be beyond fully committed. And remember, and here's the crux to the message, is if you're going to take on somebody like that, who's an active shooter with a long gun, rifle, your only focus should be on the barrel of that weapon. Grab the barrel of that weapon, because the thing that's going to kill you or anyone else is going to come out the other end of that barrel, right? So I don't care if this guy's like pulling off one of your testicles as you struggle and he rips it off and dangles it in front of you. You keep your hands on that fucking rifle barrel and you're kneeing him in the nuts as hard as you can as you're twisting away, or turn your back while you're holding on to this weapon, and just use your leverage to just pry it out from his hands. If you're in the struggle, you want to make sure that it's pointed up in the air or down to the ground. You don't want it pointed at the baby in the fucking stroller over there, or at your wife, or at your own head. But if you shove the barrel up under this guy's chin and he's got his finger on the trigger, pull down on the damn thing and let him, help him blow his own brains out. That would be a cool thing to do. You'd have a really cool story to tell too. And hopefully somebody caught it on camera and it'd be a good video. So once that happens, you got your hand on the fucking barrel of the rifle. Your other hand is on it. This guy's probably got at least one hand on the weapon. He may be hitting you. Who cares? Doesn't matter what he's doing to you. Your only focus is to make sure that barrel, the end of the barrel, is pointed either at him or in a safe direction. And then you pry it away, and if you get the weapon away from him, do you have a functional weapon? You can't count on that, because you may not. He may have been not completed the reload, so the magazine may not be seated, and it may, depending on what weapon he has, it may render it inoperable. There are weapons that if the magazine's out, the weapon won't fire. So it's got to be seated right. There might be a double feed because you grabbed it right as the thing was starting to cycle. Yeah, there's a million things that could have happened. So you want to make sure that if you're going to put this dude down with his own weapon, because you either don't have one or whatever, you wrench that fucking rifle from his grip. Remember, kneeing him in the nuts, head-butting, whatever you got to do. And then as you back away from him in big, huge steps, or you move away from him, you tap the magazine. It's tap and rack. You tap and cycle it, so that even if you eject a good round out, who cares? Then you turn the weapon on him and you put him down, if that's what you decide to do. Point of that section of this video is that you don't want to assume that just because you now have his weapon that it's operational. Remember Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong. Remember, Murphy always works against the good guys. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Are you going to avoid public places tomorrow? Is something going to happen tomorrow? Who knows? But even if it doesn't, we all know that we're going to end up with more active shooter situations in this country. This is the new name of the game thing, man. They're going to, you could be at the mall, or you could be wearing your thong down at the beach. Whatever happens, these people are looking for crowds of Americans to take out in the most violent and bloody way. So have a plan, man. Whether, and if you're not close enough to do anything, then start thinking about when's a good time for you to play dead. Start thinking about this kind of, and start sharing these thoughts with your family members. You give your own kids and your own wife, make sure that they understand that if you don't have a plan and you're just sitting there, you're pretty much, your life is in that guy's hands. You don't want that to happen. If you're in a group of 10 people who just got blown away and by some miracle you're not hit, fall down and make sure you get their blood all over you and lay there like you're dead if you have to. Is that something that I would tell if I had a 15-year-old kid? My kids are all grown. But I might have to go over that with him. And if that's all that you have is your acting ability, then become a good actor and lay there with your mouth open and your eyes bulged out, and make sure that you look at something and you're not blinking, and You know, these guys, as they're walking by, you want them to think you're already dead. Is there something I'm leaving out? In the comments, let me know some other ideas that you guys have in terms of what, you know, do's and don'ts if you get caught up in one of these active shooter scenarios. You know, hopefully you have a weapon with you. I mean, I certainly, you know, I can't imagine being anywhere unarmed. But some of you guys and girls, some of you live in states where you're not allowed to do that, so as mind-boggling as that is. So, you know, if you don't have a weapon, you know where there is a good weapon, and it's the one that's being used to kill everybody around you, so maybe you need to take that one. But remember, that's not without its risks. I mean, disarming somebody who's hell-bent on killing everybody and probably dying in the process is not for the squeamish, yeah? So just do your thing. Have a happy 4th of July. Try to get patriotic and motivated. I know I'm not. But, whatever. Anyways, LMS Tactical, I'm rambling. I'm out of here.